I call this meeting of the Smith County Emergency Services District Board of Commissioners to order at 7:01 p.m. Note that there is a quorum of commissioners present. Commissioner Biggers is absent due to illness, and all due notices have been posted. And at this time, we'll have a prayer and a pledge. If y'all would join me, please. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight thanking you for all the blessings you've given us. Dear Lord, we thank you for watching over us and protecting us and watching over all our first responders as they go about the job protecting our citizens. Dear Lord, we just ask that you be with us tonight, that the decisions we make will be pleasing in your sight and will be pleasing to the people. Dear Lord, just thank you for all you do for us. These things in your Son's Jesus' name we ask. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Item 3, recognition of guests and special presentations. I don't guess we have any guests, but we do have Eric here, our new financial director. So we're happy to have him on board. So welcome aboard, Eric.
Thank you.
So anyway, all right. Item number 4, public comments. Do we have any public comments?
I've received none.
Okay. Item number 5, consent agenda. Receive, discuss, and take any necessary action related to the following reports. Approval of the May 23rd, 2022 board meeting. All right, have a motion by Commissioner Dominic. We approve the board minute meetings of May 23rd, 2022. Have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 5.2, financial reports. I don't know who's going to give those. Okay, all right. Have a motion by Commissioner Dominic. We approve the financial report as submitted. Have a second by Commissioner McKeithen. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item 6, discuss, consider taking necessary action related to payment of bills, accounts, invoices, payroll, requests for reimbursement, requests for other payments, transfer funds, and amendments. 6.1 looks like just our normal invoices that we get for fuel, legal consultation, uniforms, accounting, repairs, gear, payroll.
Make a motion that we approve the payment bills noted at 6.1.
Okay, have a motion by Commissioner Domney. We pay the bills under 6.1. Have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. 6.2 is the district credit cards. You'll see the payments there that are listed out.
Again, I've gone through and reviewed all the district credit cards and charges and make the motion to approve.
Okay. Have a motion by Commissioner Dominic. We pay the credit card bills under 6.2. Have a second? Second by Commissioner McKeithen. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. 6.3, contract payments. These are our contracts that we pay every month. electricity, appraisal district, things of that nature. I looked at those, they all seem to be in order also.
Again, I've gone through and reviewed each one of those and make a motion that we approve those payments under 6.3.
Have a motion by Commissioner Dominic, we make the payments under 6.3.
Second.
Have a second by Commissioner McKeithen. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 6.4, discuss, consider, and taking the necessary action on the proposal to transfer $2,750,000 from the sales tax account to the general operating account. And I think the reason covers payroll. Okay. Have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen that we transfer the $2,750,000 from the sales tax account to the general operating account, and have a second by Commissioner Domney. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item number 7, discuss, consider, and take any necessary action on the purchase of budgeted thermal imaging cameras for Smith County ESD2, budgeted amount $20,000. Who's going to speak on that? Chief Smith?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
So in your book, you'll have the 3 quotes for the thermal imagers, one from Darley, one from NAFCO, and one from Delta. These are a budgeted item. We budgeted $20,000 for them. We actually would like to request to purchase them from NAFCO, even though NAFCO is not the low bid. NAFCO has the items in stock. We have a local sales rep that we deal with and have a really good history with that vendor. Darley does not have a local sales rep, and if we ordered from them, it could be 2+ months before we receive the items. So in that case, we would like to proceed with the purchase from NAFCO for $19,241.20. I believe it was 5. Yeah.
And the Darley quotes, they said 2 months.
Yeah, 2+ months. There's about a $1,250 difference in the 2 quotes.
And NAFCO has them now?
They have them in stock.
Has them in stock.
Yes.
They give you a delivery time on them if you order?
Typically, when we order things from them, they have in stock. We get them within a week or 14 days or so.
Okay, gentlemen, you've heard the presentation. Have a motion to approve.
I make a motion that we purchase 5 thermal imaging cameras for $19,241.20 plus tax.
Have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to buy the budgeted items. Mr. Domney, I'm sorry, Mr. Domney, excuse me. To both of you. Yeah. Anyway, is that from NAFCO, Brent? Is that from NAFCO? From NAFCO? Okay. Have a motion from Commissioner Domney to buy the 5 thermal imaging cameras from NAFCO. Have a second. Second by Commissioner Wilson. All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item 8, discuss and consider taking necessary action on the budgeted purchase of job shirts from FR Girls for Chapel Hill VFD and ESD2 personnel, requested amount $4,518.50. Who's going to speak on that?
I'll take that one as well. So this is the job shirts we order uniform-wise for everybody. We went ahead and started trying to order these because last year we got into a crunch as we got closer to the winter, and they didn't have them, and they were on back order. So he went ahead and got this information put together. So for Chapel Hill, it'd be $2,238, and for ESD2 personnel, it'd be $2,280.50. I know he sent a request out to all the VFDs, and so far I believe this is who has gotten back with him. So total together would be $4,518.50. These are budgeted.
My question is going to relate to how we perform this budget. We estimated X number of quantity last year at A class. Are we about the same quantity that we have budgeted? Are we going to put it in budget or current prices higher?
These are priced at the same as what we estimated, I believe. That's what he told me, is that these are the same as what we used for our budget. The number is within our budget. Yeah, the quantity is within the budget, yes.
How many quantity we budgeted? Okay, you get looked up the word. I just was curious if we expect, if we've only got one volunteer department that gives us numbers, we may not use them all. I'm just curious.
Yeah, so on the VFDs, this also comes out of their part of that 8,300 that we did for the VFDs. So even the other VFDs, if they come, next month and ask, they should still be able to. We should still be okay, as long as they haven't went over their allotment.
Make a motion that we would approve the purchase of the job shirts from FR Girls for Chapel Hill and ESD2 in the amount of $4,518.50.
I have a motion by Commissioner Domney to purchase the job shirts from FR Girls for Chapel Hill Volunteer Fire Department and ESD2 personnel for the amount of $4,518.50. I have a second. I have a second by Commissioner McKeithen. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries.
I would recommend all the other VFDs out there that if you're going to order some, try to do it as quickly as possible. We're able to maintain prices now based on what we have budgeted. That's what we have problems. Way too late, may not have enough money.
All right. Item number 9, I'm going to skip at this time, and we'll talk about it later on in the meeting and move on to item number 10, building repair proposals. Under 10.1, discuss, consider taking the necessary action on Red Springs 1 electrical repairs. Exterior lighting at Red Springs 1 has remained on 24/7 due to equipment failure. This is recommended course of repair replacement of components. Who's going to speak on that?
Yeah, that's going to be me. Let me pull up the right documentation to do that, though. Okay, so we have 2 bids. We have had a great deal of difficulty getting 3 bids or 3 quotes on most of the projects that we have underway, but we do have 2 good solid quotes here, one from Pro Electric Services and the other from C&B Electric. Staff recommends that we go with C&B Electric, which would include the replacement of the wall packs on the exterior of the building with LED wall packs, which would be more energy efficient and have built-in photo cells. The bid is $2,271, and like I say, staff recommends that we go with that particular one.
Okay, have a motion by Commissioner Domney to accept the staff recommendations of the low bid of C&B Electric for $2,271. A second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 10.2. Let's see. Red Springs number 2, electrical repairs, Red Springs 2, shop area, several wall packs are malfunctioning, additional lighting under the covers. I guess Chief Clanton, that's you again?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, so again, with this particular proposal, we have two quotes. One is from CMB Electric, the other from Pro Electric. This is an area where we have some lights that are staying on 24/7, some areas that are not well lit, and where the canopy is added, we don't have adequate lighting and or plugs under there. Staff is recommending the low bid, which is $4,562 to make these areas right. I do want to say that I evaluated with Eric today our budget situation related to our maintenance for the stations. We're roughly 30% into that. We had $111,600 budgeted. We've spent $30,252, and so we're well within on that conversation.
Okay, thank you.
Did you compare, I'm totally good with the low bid, but why is there such a huge differential there?
Okay, so I evaluated that. I feel like the other gentleman is going way around to get the same thing accomplished.
Okay.
He was going to run a whole bunch of conduit on the exterior of the building and some other things, and I think with what we have in this Pro Electric service bid, it's a little more direct in what we're going to do. So there were some wall packs on the back that currently don't light up anything that we're going to remove from service, and then replace those existing ones, and we should be able to tie in on the front without running as much as what the original or the other individual had quoted.
Okay. But we feel confident on the other one that he can do that, no problem,
Yes, sir.
straight to the point. Right?
Yes, sir.
Well, then I'll make a motion for the low bid.
He's already done some work out there, actually.
Okay,
This
all
time.
right, just make sure.
Okay, have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to go with the staff recommendation of approval of bid from Pro Electric Services for $4,562 for the repairs on Ridge Springs Station 2 and the shop. And I have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 10.3, consider taking necessary action to remediate tree on the roof of Troop Station number 3. Tree and other debris on top of the troop station and should be removed professionally according to the facilities committee. So, Corey?
Okay, so we do have three quotes on this particular project, and they vary a little bit in how much they are charging. I don't have those printed out and in front of me, and I apologize for that. Chief Smith's going to pull them up. I think we had several bids in there, anywhere from about 4,500 up to 5,000 or so on that, 5,500.
Yeah.
And we selected the low bid on that, and I can't for the life of me remember exactly what it was. 45? Okay, 4,500. Bonded individual to get up there and remove this tree limb that is actually already impinging on the building, and then there's a great deal of debris up there. The bid includes removal professionally. Again, he's bonded and protected in the event we have damage, and then removal of all of that. Haul away.
One of them here says tree trimming and removal of all debris from the fire station, and the other one says trim and raise up all trees behind the station. So for $500 more, is he trimming? I don't remember what it looks like out there, but
I think some of the other things we're more than capable of taking care of. The primary issue we had was this one that's impinging. It's this big, and it hangs way out over the building and is actually impinging on the roof. We kind of felt like that some of that other stuff we can prune. I mean, that's some of the things that we do. I understand. I think that's something that we have to oversee and take care of. No, sir. No, sir. I'll be honest, we were trying to be frugal. I think we're quite comfortable with going with that quote, if that's what your pleasure is. So. that one is the primary issue, but there are some others.
I'll make a motion to hire Anderson Tree Service for $5,000 to trim all the trees behind the building.
Okay, have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to hire Andrews Tree Service for $5,000 to take care of the tree issue down at Troop Station 3. Have a second by Commissioner Domney. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Say nay. Motion carries. 10.4, discuss and take any necessary action to remove dead trees at Noonday Station. And several trees need to be removed, threatening the fuel pumps at Noonday Station.
Okay, so there's 9 of them in total, and they're, I guess, would be on that southern end of the building near the fuel pump area. They're all dead. I don't know for what reason, but they need to be removed. They do create a bit of a threat to that fueling area and to the building. The low bid on that was $800 just to fall it and haul it off, and that's our recommendation. And Benitez Tree Service.
I have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to take the staff recommendation to approve the low bid of $800 by Benitez Tree Service to remove the trees at Noonday Fire Department. I have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 10.5, discuss, consider and take any necessary action to remodel, add bathroom facilities at Ridge Springs Station 2. Ridge Springs Station 2 currently houses 5 personnel. They have 1 bathroom and a shower. The shower is very small and does not adequately meet the needs of the personnel stationed there.
Okay, so during our station assessments, this is one of the things that we documented. The shower literally is the smallest. I mean, it's like an RV shower or something. And these guys need a little more area and more than one so that they can properly decontaminate when they come back off of these fires. We have 2 bids, and again, another one of those that we had difficulty getting a third. We have Riley Harris and we have Bison Construction. Riley Harris is the low. It is comparable. We had a plat that we made. Lieutenant Jones wrote that and provided it to the contractors and was the intermediary with them. And we feel like that the Riley Harris bid is the one we should go with. This basically takes part of an existing bedroom area. If you'll recall, we've purchased the concrete building up there at Red Springs number 2, and we're moving the server out to it with the tower construction. That opens up another room for a sleeping area, so we want to take in one of the existing bedrooms and put a new bathroom / shower in there and renovate the current one, and that's what the Riley Harris quote is. The quote is $34,198, and staff recommends that we go with that particular quote. Ooh. Yeah, and what that was to do some other lighting and flooring and things of that nature in the main part of the station, and we just want to address the bathrooms. And I don't know why that I put the Bison Construction on there, but the Riley Harris is what we're looking at.
So while they're doing this construction, are the crews going to remain at that station, or are they going to move to Station 1?
That's going to have to be something that we talk about. My hope was that they could go into that corner and potentially get that bathroom built out, and that they would be able to use that, and then they could move over to the existing bathroom and redo it. But we would have to look at and visit with them about that. The other option that we have there is for them just to move to 1, or move over to the shop area upstairs. And they could temporarily use that to keep us in that area. I feel like that strategically, as far as what our heat maps tell us, that's an important area. You know, anywhere from 14 in the loop around to Morningside's a pretty busy area. And it would increase our response time by about 7 to 8 minutes if we move north.
We'll let y'all figure that out.
Yeah.
The contingency scale, did they allow for any overage in the numbers that they gave?
Not that I have.
Just have it very rare to see one come in after us bid.
I know in our current situation that's very, one of the things we had talked about was a recommendation of going over just slightly just to be sure we're covered in our conversation. But trying to hold the line. That's the other conversation, is that we have $1 million in capital for building improvement. And we feel like that's where we'd have to fund this. We can't take it out of the building maintenance fund. With our other projects, it's already going to reduce us significantly in that $111,000 line item. And so we'd need to fund this out of that $1 million.
Okay, gentlemen, you've heard the presentation. Have a motion by Commissioner Domney to approve the bid of $34,198 by Riley Harris Construction for the upgrade of the bathrooms at Ridge Spring Station 2. Have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. 10.6, discuss, consider, and take any necessary action on proposed electrical repairs at White House Station 1.
Okay, it's kind of the same issue down there with the wall packs. We're having a lot of problems with those. This has been an ongoing issue where we're having lights that don't function. Our recommendation is a replacement of those wall packs around the perimeter of the building and around the back. One of these quotes you'll notice had a bid to put in a floodlight there on the back parking lot, but we determined that we could put a security light from our power provider that would take care of that issue. And so our recommendation is the CNB Electric, which is just to replace the wall packs around the outer perimeter of White House number 1. And that bid is at $3,086.
Okay. I have a motion.
I have one question prior. This is stupid, I think, I'm not going to due diligence here, but these folks were aware that there was 3 projects on board.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
We should do like a bulk.
So, I'll tell you, one of these actually, Captain Davidson had sought out, the one that's kind of like an email where the guy just dropped us. That doesn't describe the work to be done or anything or what materials, and so I was a little sketchy about that. And then the Ranger Electric, I think, is that somebody that you had used? Okay, that may be one that Captain Davidson got also. But that was obtained, I don't know what the date is on it, but it was way before. And in our additional attempts to get them back for these other things, we didn't have that. And I kind of worry that was because we hadn't completed this project. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to get people out to quote.
They think we're chopping.
Right.
That's what's going on.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure they were aware. I'll make a motion for CNB electric bid, $3,086.50.
Okay. I have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to accept the bid for the repair at the White House Station on the outside lights with CNB Electric for the bid of $3,086.50. And second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? If not, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. Item 11, discuss, consider, and take any necessary action on the purchase and installation of tires for ESD Reserve Brush 1. Who's going to speak on that?
All right.
right, this is the brush truck that does go out on our TIFMAS deployments and stuff, and during that last deployment it was out on, some of the tires had gotten some chunks taken out, and it had seen some pretty good wear and tear, and we're going, these tires here, we're trying to go with a little more aggressive tire that will handle the terrain a little better when it is out in deployments and stuff like that in West Texas. No, we only put 2 on. Yeah, we didn't do all of them.
The only question I have to do is under, another note about the bottom. Talk about inspired,
Yeah, it is a current quote.
This is, so on the way that this is run, we provide the truck, that's not some reimbursement we would seek through them, right?
Only if it was destroyed or something of that nature and it was a certain type fire, if it goes to a certain level, we can bill the incident. But we're reimbursed by the FEMA pay rate, which includes
The use of the truck.
the maintenance kind of conversation.
Just make sure.
Okay, have a motion by Commissioner Domney that we purchase the tires for Reserve Brush 1 for a total of $29.47.45. Have a second? Have a second by Commissioner McKeithen. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. All right. Item 12, discuss and consider and take any necessary action on fire chiefs representing discussing issues with the board at future action. Chief Arnold? Why don't you tell us if you've done anything besides what's on your report? Extracurricular.
We did run into a little trouble one night on the house fire in Chapel Hill. We found out that we weren't efficient at 5-inch we should be. We've addressed that and started more training on how to put a good supply line. My opinion is all over there, and I don't like that stuff off my truck. This has to be like 3-inch because we're reloaded with 1-inch. But they like 5-inch and we weren't ready for it. Other than that, told Johnny and one of my kids, I'm gonna let y'all be aware, we're in third year non-compliance, our second year non-compliance on our tax report. My bookkeeper's taking office next week to try to get this resolved. We have an extension till August 15th to get this done. If not, you have my resignation and she will be hired. So, it's my fault that I didn't follow up on this. I was aware of it. I thought she was taking care of it.
So have you got a notice that they're gonna pull your,
We have already received notice that the third year you will be eliminated, you will lose your tax exempt notice.
but you're just too,
I told her, let her know that if we don't have it done, what's gonna happen to me and her. My board is aware of it, so hopefully she gets this taken care of. I absolutely have no idea if there are tax issues like that.
Do any of the other departments use this CPA?
Do what?
Do any other departments use the CPA? Or bookkeeper, or
This is who department, Morgan and Dave, is who we have had in the past. They have been contacting us and we've been working through this with them.
okay.
So I hope she gets it finished this week.
You say she, who's she?
Sorry,
your book,
You reference she, who's she, your bookkeeper?
my bookkeeper.
Okay, so
Mac? Okay. Is anybody from Bullard? Okay, nobody from Bullard. Chapel Hill? Assistant Chief Adam?
I don't have a whole lot. The report looked good. We had one incident with one responder on a structure fire over in Ark. But after you read the report, we had two en route already on engine one. And then Zach Warren came in behind with concrete. So it did look like there was one person responding to it. But other than that, I mean, we're good to go. Recruiting wise, we tried the little thing June the 4th. Last week of school, everybody's going on vacation. First day of summer, it didn't go too well, but I think we're going to do it again in October for fire awareness. Other than that, that's really good.
Did y'all get an application? I thought somebody told me that before I left out there that they had one application.
If we did, I'm not aware. Did we get it? I didn't see one.
Okay.
But we could have. I didn't review it or anything.
I thought somebody told me you got at least one, but that's fine.
Okay,
It was a
we
good,
got
it was a good event.
300 hot dogs, so if y'all want some hot dogs,
Yeah.
y'all come check with me.
Okay, I asked you about your 14 events, and kind of fishing around what type of events were you holding, and how many of them were your recruiting events? Can you tell me what your events were?
One was the firehouse, the smokehouse. We had it set up. The other one was a jumping booth. We had a bunny farm or some kind of animal farm or some petting zoo. I don't know what it is.
Is this all at the same event?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay again. It was Memorial Day weekend, then we did it the following Monday or the following Saturday, which was the first weekend after school let out. So imagine, volunteers, there's no heart out there anymore. I mean, it's just hard to get recruiting out there, but we're still going to try and keep on doing what we're doing. So that's about it.
All right. Thank you, Chief. Dixie, Chief York.
Everything's going good with Dixie. We had a structure fire last night. Had a near miss, I guess you'd say, with a Clint Gresham's tanker pulling in, kind of struck at the door of Chandler's truck. Chandler was helping us with mutual aid. And talked to Clint about it, took pictures, and JD was notified last night. Then this morning, I think they discussed some things. Get Chandler truck fixed. But all in all, last night's truck fire went real well. I was proud of the guys. Everything turned out good. We were there probably 3 hours. Lost probably 50% of the house. Thankfully, the people were gone on vacation. They weren't home. But it went well. Frank came out and ran operations for me. Yes, sir. I put our sign out, our marquee, big sign, sits out by the flagpole, says volunteers needed. I did get it set up like we talked about. Station 1. Yes, sir. No. That's where we have all our meetings and stuff, to conduct all our stuff. It's a central location of our district. I'm going to put that on there. We were talking about that the other day, and somebody said put JD's number on there. I said we can't do that. No, we're going. In the city of Tyler, Chief, it's kind of might reach out at the last minute, if they want us kind of to reach out there to help, I don't know if they reach out to JD.
We've been in discussion with them. Chief, I sent you an email about it.
Okay.
You read it, just forgot.
Yeah. Thank you.
Flint Gresham, I think they're on the way up here. I think they got called out on a fire or something, but we'll skip them. Jackson Heights, Chief Thompson.
Good evening. We participated in some training activities. We did the forcible entry. We did the tanker shuttle, which was presented by Chief Cummings. And we organized fire hose practices with our box swarm group, Chapel Hill, and all that in our department. We did that at Park Station 2 on Saturday. We had a good turnout from Chapel Hill. A couple of my guys did show up. We had one individual that went to the SFFA convention in Beaumont. We participated in events at the Greenwood Farms Appreciation Dinner. Had several individuals go there. And we did the Douglas Community School event on Saturday. There wasn't too many people there, but I think the department was the biggest group that showed up. We did get our flyers revamped. The lady at my church, she went ahead and took the ball and revamped our flyer. We have started passing these out. I think I have about 5 of them left. And she did make me some 8.5 by 11s that we can pass out to different communities on questions.
I know y'all are definitely trying, just make sure you put in events on response question.
Yeah, I'm still learning how to do that.
Sure.
I got it down one time, but I haven't been able to figure it out since then.
Sounds good.
Any other questions for me?
Noonday, Chief Harper.
Everything's going good in Noonday. Of the incidents, we had 46 of them were medical calls. So since I've been there, that's probably the most we've had in 1 month. We're tracking a little under 1,200 calls for the year. So each year it's about 110 calls more that we're running. Other than that, everything's good. We've had one volunteer. She completed her fire academy and is in the process of taking the commission state test. And we've got 2 potential volunteers that are in the process as far as applications and background checks. That's all I've got.
Thank you. Same question. Do you have any events that else?
No, we did not have any, no, we didn't have any events last month. We are in contact, or will be in contact with the Brookshires in our district about putting flyers in their break room and getting some more flyers out throughout our district.
We've got to be actively recruiting all of that. Just know when we're going to track this fight. We're going to contact the force member that. I know it's easy to say we should do it. But it's just a point where it takes time and effort from yourself and all the people within your organization to go out and do it. We need that.
Hopefully after y'all discuss item number 9, that'll be something that'll help us get some more volunteers.
Ridge Springs, absent. Troops out too, I think they were all out on fire. White House also, anybody from White House? One on it.
Same question, so be thinking. You can always plug places too far over if you like.
Y'all have any specific questions I can need before I start?
Same question.
All right. ago, we did have one fire that went down with heat exhaustion. He's recovering fine now back at home. That was that big Jackson fire we had, a bunch of people gone. Last week we used a 5-inch blade on one of our structure fires and it went good out there close to Liberty City. No problems. We saved them along, burned the floor up, and most of it saved. We do have a future event coming up, 4th of July, a fireworks show at City of Winona. Everybody's invited.
Yeah. I don't have any. All right. Item 13, discuss, consider, and take any necessary action for TEAC's annual school hotel rooms. Government rates $96 a night, 15 rooms, total not to exceed $8,000 budgeted annual for fire school. Who's going to speak on that?
I will. So we go into a group purchase type situation with Lindell and numerous other fire departments, and we've enjoyed that for the last several years. Gets us that $96 rate. They even coordinate some meal cooking and things like that, I think, on one night, so it's kind of a neat thing, pretty good fellowship. But 15 rooms is what we needed this year to house all of the folks we have attending. $96 a night. Some are staying for 5 nights. Our instructors end up being there for 2 additional nights because they have to be prepped for their class that they'll be teaching. But it will not exceed $8,000, what we have as far as a quote. I haven't secured them with a credit card just yet until we had approval by the board.
Have a motion by Commissioner Domney to approve the amount not to exceed $8,000 for the TEAC school at $96 a night. I have a second. I have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item 14, Training Division Report. Chief Clanton.
All right, I'll be quick here. Do you have any specific questions on the report that's provided? We've had numerous projects underway. Most of you see that on our calendar. We did the dozer operations workshop. We have the continuing rotation of the door force project on a trailer that makes its way around the districts. We did the tanker operations every Saturday in this past month. We had okay participation in that. I'd give kudos to Winona for having the largest participation in those classes. Yes, sir. The first one was up in the northwest part of the county, and we didn't have any volunteer participation on that. The career guys continued on and trained that day by themselves. Then we came to Red Springs. We had a pretty good turnout there. We came down to Chapel Hill, had a decent turnout there. And then the last one was offered over at Flint, and we had a pretty good turnout there. I think that I recall that Bullard, White House, Flint all participated at that one. I think we had maybe some ARP, Chapel Hill, and Jackson over at the Chapel Hill offering. And then we had Winona, Red Springs. I don't know if any Red Springs volunteers made that or not. But mostly, we had representation. Yeah. We've had numerous attending the TCFP courses, and as Chief Harper was talking about, we've had some that finished up their fire academy up at Fire in Texas. We did do the S230 course, which is the engine boss course in WCG. We did that in-house, and we had guests here from Nacogdoches, from Lufkin, and from Longview participating in our class. That's one thing I will brag about is we do have the folks to facilitate those offerings, and typically you don't find that anywhere else but the Forest Service. So, good stuff. Yep. we see the benefits. I know David Hyatt there just spoke of the fire that they answered on the interstate and that 5-inch scenario that they used there, which we call the rural hitch, and they did it flawlessly. And it really affected their ability to put large volumes of water on the fire, and they were very successful, and it's because we had trained together. So the mission is a common mission, and we all have to be on the same page, and the only way to do that is through training. So you've got to participate. As you can see here, we have a number of different contact hours, program development. We also have a trailer that we have a car on now that we're doing a penetrating injury, like a tree or a pipe or something through an individual, how we would use our tools to cut that and to get that person out of that vehicle, and that's a traveling prop also. So we've got a lot of things coming up. In the month of July, we'll be doing some attack package training with the new hose, new nozzles, some flow conversations, and we'll continue to rotate that car around for penetrating injuries. I do want to bring up the fact that we have this great opportunity with Kilgore College to facilitate basically no out-of-pocket expense completion of the Texas Commission on Fire Protection Fire Academy. And we do that in stages. All of the skill set will be done in-house by our instructors. A lot of it's online, but man, take advantage of it. I mean, you know, get the word out there, because this is an opportunity not only to help the district, but pursue a career if you so choose. And that directly contributes to our ability to get folks to volunteer. If we can offer them an education through volunteerism. I don't think that's anything that we specifically have addressed.
Each department at this point.
But it's at no cost to us, right?
Correct. So the individual volunteer fire departments would apply through 2604 as they currently do for education, and it's broken up into segments. So it never exceeds the individual's cap money-wise as they progress through the various phases. So at the end of this thing, each phase has been paid for by 2604 money. Now, you know, they may have to provide the money, I guess, to get them started, but they're reimbursed. So it ends up being a zero out-of-pocket conversation. We do it here. So we'll be the administrators of the course. When we do the live fire training, if we have a suitable facility close by here, we'll do it there. If not, that's the one day or so that they'll have to travel over to Kilgore for completion. Again, our instructors will facilitate that. So it's a 100% like get it done kind of conversation here.
That's a phenomenal perk, and it amazes me how many people still don't know that these departments are able to do that.
Yep.
Facebook campaigns, or TV ads, we need to be doing a little bit more to get that word out there, because I know we've been burned on it a lot, where people come, they get their education, they leave, but there's a lot that stay and a lot that come back. They still live here. So
Right. Well, if you look at the package of things we're able to offer as a district, and I know Noonday takes advantage of this pretty regularly, the accidental death and disability conversation, great workers' comp in the event that we do have an issue, and then the ability to receive its education basically free of charge just for a little service time. I mean, that's a heck of a recruiting tool. And I don't know how else to get it out there, but the VFDs certainly need to be using that in their recruitment, because it is a direct line to a career if that's what you so choose. I mean, that's how I ended up where I am, and a lot of us did. It's a big deal. So, with that, that's pretty much all I have on the training report, unless you have any questions.
I know you sent that out in an email to everybody, Corey, but just for kicks, just send one out maybe every so often, remind everybody of it, because sometimes people forget or they don't read their emails.
We're going to need a handful of folks to get it started.
Yeah.
So,
well, we need everybody that's in this room to go back and tell you folks.
Yeah.
I mean, if everybody tells somebody, surely we'll get some participation. Because I know some of this information doesn't leave this room.
Right.
And we've got Matt Arnold's out here that don't read their emails very often. And
So another aspect, you know, is the high schools are now doing this. And Captain Van Winkle teaches a couple of different programs related to that. So that's just an obvious blend into an opportunity to draw from that age group. And so anyway, it's a good program. We just need to really chase it.
question, Corey. Is there a boat operator's course available?
Yes, sir. We were actually talked to about that, and we're
The
working.
reason I say that, since we have 2 boats or 3 boats, we need to get that done too.
I think you and I talked about that, Mr. Domney, but we definitely are looking into that. At one time, Captain Van Wickle taught that as an ag class, but we'll be pursuing that for sure to get something on the schedule.
It's a two-part, it's a level 1 and a level 2 class.
Yeah.
It's usually an every other year. One is held every other
Yeah,
year.
I knew they held one in the past, but I didn't know if they were still doing it or not, so.
I think they are.
Okay, that'd be good. All right. Thank you, Corey. All right, fleet maintenance report.
All right, as you can see, we've completed quite a few work orders. Currently still working on all of our scheduled PMs and other outstanding work orders. We've been doing pump testing here and there. Siddons Waxahachie Paint and Body has started ordering the parts for the repair of Flint Ladder 2. And then Jackson Engine 2 was delivered shortly after Memorial Day weekend. So they are currently stripping that thing down and investigating any more internal damage that couldn't be seen while the truck was still whole.
Have they give you any estimate of time on the ladder?
Not yet. I'm going to be making contact with them this week to see if we got any other kind of time frame.
Okay. All right, Mike. All right, any questions? Okay. 16, Miss Sherry, I think it's your, oh, you got any, Brent? Oh, you didn't have any questions about fleet? Okay. All right, Sherry.
All right, the safety reports, May 24th through June 27th, I've received 7 safety reports. 4 were safety concerns and 3 were near misses. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is that we did start the UKG implementation. I'm really happy about that. That's the new payroll system. That started on the 16th, and so now I'm starting discovery. And so what that means is gathering all of the information so that they can build it. And so that's going to be a lot of work, a lot of time involved, but the process has started, so it's really great. So good news. The other things that I have pretty much are for closed session.
On our district report, you might have to start with the district report so that I can see it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or get the statistics on that stuff we're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Larry?
Okay, obviously y'all have the report in front of you there. Just want to touch base on a few things. We are back to Monday through Friday, 8 through 5 again. We're down back to 2 IT guys versus 4 now, so we're in interview processes. The last person we made a job offer to declined that job offer, got a better offer. So we're back to square one through searching for resumes again. Next thing I want to touch base on is some of our open projects. OpenGov is progressing nicely at this point. It's gotten a lot smoother. We're making headway. We're actually a little ahead of schedule. So we're still looking like October 1 go live for OpenGov. The big tower project is underway. They're up to about 190 feet, or they were on track to be at 190 feet today. They'll have to get some permits and temporary lighting installed to continue, so we're looking at probably Wednesday or Thursday for them to start stacking the remainder. Next project I want to bring up is we're doing a user audit right now. Josh Britton has sent out an email to all the chiefs requesting verification of active roster list. I think we've only got 5 responses, and that's been about 3 weeks. So chiefs, it's pretty important for us to get that active roster returned and make any corrections that you have. If you're missing people, we need to know, and if you have people that are no longer on your roster, we need to know that as well. So please get that returned.
Before you go on, is that only sent to our chiefs?
Yes.
Okay. Does that include assistant chiefs?
I'm not sure how he sent that, if he sent it to the chiefs group or if he sent it to individual chiefs.
I would ask probably for some redundancy there because, I mean, we know why, so, we need to get on it too, but I'm just saying, just so you get your information.
It was sent individually? Okay. And just to chiefs? Okay. All right, we'll address it.
Really?
That's good. Well, and that brings me to the next thing is, we've got the website project that is 400 and something days overdue now. 400 and something days overdue. So I'd like some direction from the board. Do y'all want me to close that out and just say it is what it is, we have what we have? Or what do we need to do here?
Which one was that?
Website,
Website?
same thing we've been talking
Oh,
about for
yeah.
400 some days. And that represents for a lot of people, and, well, we may not be big users, but people that we're trying to recruit are big users, and
Right.
one of the places they're gonna go look at is on the website to see what it is that we're all about. Whenever they open it up and don't find anything, it doesn't speak to us very well at all.
No.
How difficult is it to actually send us a short bio, a few photos in? I mean, we're not asking for a lot, contact information. So, and I'll take on my accountability. I see,
Yeah.
one in my district had partial information, and I would still make it that finished. And I'll challenge the rest of the commissioners to do the same in their districts.
Who all you still like, Larry?
Arlington, Richard Jackson, Noonday, Rince Springs, Troop, and Whitewood.
Okay. Well, I'll take
Now to
the one-
clarify that, Flint and Noonday have both provided partial, so they're probably good. I mean, if they're happy with where they're at.
Okay.
And that's why I've got them listed green. They have provided partial results.
Personally, I know that you're sitting here taking an initiative and gonna go do it. I say close the ticket. If they bring it to you eventually later, that's on them. But a 400-day old ticket, we maxed every month. My opinion is to close the ticket. Well, I think that we need to address that in the stipends that we pay every month, the bank, along with any other things, but I think that's one of the chief responsibilities.
That's it.
Okay. Other than that, IT's tracking on budget right now, and we're just continuing to try to find some additional staffing. That's end of my report unless y'all have any questions.
Chief Operations Report.
Okay, in your board book, you'll have my report along with our statistics. Are there any questions about any of that at this point?
On the SCBA's, masks, are we only able to order those from one end?
It's a manufacturer shortage, so it's a Scott shortage.
Gotcha.
Same with the RIP packs.
So you note in your report that we have a Dixie brush order. We don't talk about the delivery date on it. We don't talk about troop at all. I know we have troop order as well.
I actually have no information regarding Troop's brush truck. I believe Troop ordered that without speaking to us.
Troop order there, the same company that he's getting that from, it's pretty close, Wildfire was the best one, so that's what we got to bring that forward.
100% of it? No. He reports to us. He's got all his own.
I mean, it'll be the same thing as the Bullard vote. If it's not pre-approved, they get to cover the other one. I don't know how many times that has to be said, but.
So we're gonna allow them to not follow instructions. That's of course what's to happen. Doing it all the way through, so.
Every week. But it's not here till.
True truck, when there's a long range meeting, they're having issues with getting chassis in. That's
Yes.
Any notable trends outside of, just, I mean, it's just information, it's data, there's no information there.
Yeah. But let's do that because I think that'll help all of us a little bit better.
I mean, there's some of those things in there just are, relative, but there's a key component in there we all here would be looking at training and put some, we could just start looking at those and have a discussion around what we see. Especially when we talk about seasonal type trends and everything.
Right.
And then the other one I had was, under your personnel participation summary, you have 11 no response. And looking at all the VFD data, there was 0 in all VFDs, which would indicate to me that all of our no responses were paid staff. Because your report includes paid and all the other ones don't. So that would lead me to believe that.
Is that right? Do all the reports from each of them include paid and volunteer, right?
No. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all asked us to change that a while back. So originally, we were reporting, on the volunteer side. On the volunteer side, we were only reporting volunteer participation. But that was showing volunteer no responses like crazy. And so we were asked to shift that to include the paid personnel as a response from that district. So when you're looking at those district reports, they are including the paid staff that are residing at that district. I'd have to look into why this one's showing different. I hadn't noticed that. It's probably in the type of no response call that's pulling. There's 4 different types of no responses. One of those is a dispatch and canceled prior to checking en route, which is common with fire alarms. So before you can make it to the truck, and it depends on how the crew's reporting that. Technically, if they're walking to the truck, that should be counted as a 611, which is canceled en route, and that's not a no response. So we'll dig in and I'll look at it and I'll get that information to you the next week. Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you too, Larry, I appreciate you updating our website too, with the information, so. Anyway, all right. Item number 19 will be the closed session. The board will convene in closed session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551071, 551072, and 551074. No action shall be taken while the board is in closed session. Any final action, final decision, or final vote shall be taken after the board reconvenes in open session. And we are adjourned at 8:10. call the regular session back to order at 10:13 p.m. Item 20.1, discussion and/or any action regarding the status of Jackson Heights Volunteer Fire Department. I don't think there's nothing to be done on that at this time. And 20.02, discussion, any action regarding the deliberation concerning the appointment, employment, evaluation, reassignment, duties, and responsibilities of individual ESD officers, commissioners, and employees, Government Code 551074. Under that item, we had received a letter from Commissioner Biggers about 3 days ago, and he has submitted his resignation to the board due to health issues to be effective January 1st. So, or July 1st, I'm sorry, July the 1st. So if anybody would make a motion to accept his resignation.
So made.
I have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to accept his resignation effective July the 1st. I have a second by Commissioner Wilson. Is there any other discussion? Not all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay. So if anybody out there knows of anybody in his district that might be interested, they can make maybe finishing out his unexpired term, they can contact the office and talk to Mike or Sherry one, and we'll go from there. All right, under item number 9, I believe, discussion, consider taking any necessary action on approval of pay per call policy for volunteer fire personnel. So at this time, I'm going to ask our attorney, Mr. Colder, here to read the policy, and we'll go from there.
This policy replaces the prior active volunteer policy and the prior volunteer chief stipend policy. It will be effective as of when the per call stipend ceased in 2020. Volunteer stipend program. In order to offer a nominal fee to perform the services which volunteer firefighters provide, the pay-per-call stipend has been updated. Pay-per-call stipends will be based on a tiered system, and members will have access to Smith County ESD volunteer benefits. Details. To be considered active volunteers, a member must contribute 24 hours of service to their department monthly. Note, in the event a member works a job out of the district that requires that member to be out of town, the department chief has the discretion to prorate the time required. Example, an oilfield worker works 2 weeks out of town during a 4-week month. The fire chief can prorate the service time requirement to 12 hours. Service time consists of the following: responding to incidents, signing up for on-call or standby time, attending meetings, attending trainings or online training, PR events. Pay-per-call reimbursements. ESD2 will use a tiered system to reimburse active volunteers for the calls they respond to. Each department will receive a quarterly payment to provide for the pay-per-call. These payments will be provided after the ESD meeting immediately following the conclusion of the quarter. All pay-per-call and stipend reimbursements will be capped at the amount listed in the table below per calendar year per person based on the person's rank. Any calls a volunteer responds to once he or she has reached the applicable annual stipend cap for the calendar year will not result in a stipend being paid. For medical credit, personnel must have a current active TDS, HS, EMR, or greater. The following is a table of certification levels and the applicable pay-per-call amount for that certification. For no certification, $5 per call. Medical only is $10 per call. Firefighter 1 only, $15 per call. Firefighter 1 and medical, $20 per call. Firefighter 2 only, $25 per call. Firefighter 2 and medical, $30 per call. The following table is a table of the applicable annual caps per rank. For a firefighter, the annual cap is $9,269. For lieutenants, the annual cap is $11,936.08. For captains, the annual cap is $13,455. For trading coordinators, the annual cap is $13,455. For assistant chiefs, the annual cap is $14,794.52. For chiefs, the annual cap is $20,000. VFD Chief Stipend. Volunteer fire chiefs will receive a $1,000 per month stipend. Volunteer fire chiefs will be paid a per-call stipend. The annual stipend cap for volunteer chiefs applies to the cumulative total of per-call stipends and monthly stipends. A volunteer chief will not be paid a monthly or per-call stipend once he or she reaches $20,000 in combined monthly and per-call stipend payments in that particular calendar year. Training coordinator stipend. Training coordinator will receive a $500 per month stipend. Training coordinators will be paid a per-call stipend. The annual stipend cap for training coordinators applies to the cumulative total of per-call stipends and monthly stipends. A training coordinator will not be paid a monthly or per-call stipend once he or she reaches $13,455 in combined monthly and per-call stipend payments in that particular calendar year. Volunteer bookkeepers will receive a $200 per month stipend.
Heard the policy.
Make a motion to make effective.
Have a motion by Commissioner McKeithen to adopt the policy. Have a second by Commissioner Domney. Any other discussion? Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay. All right. So as soon as Sherry gets all the calculations done, we'll get your stipend checks to you. Don't know how long it's going to take because there's a lot to go into this with all the different pay grades or stipend rates. So y'all just be patient. The money's there, and you'll get it as soon as she gets it done. Okay? All right. Anybody?
We appreciate the patience. I know that's been a burden on y'all for a long time, and especially just not having answers. But our attorneys work diligently to make this happen, and we're proud that it's coming back. We really are. It's not something we wanted to take away.
Mr. Brown, I think I need to cover that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Corey.
Okay, so earlier in the presentation for Red Springs number 2 bathroom remodel, I misspoke as I looked at this wrong, and the Riley Harris quote was actually a cumulative, and I failed to do that. So the total on the Riley Harris is $55,329 for the services that we're needing there in the redo of that bathroom and the addition of one bathroom. The Bison, which is what I reflected as staff's recommendation in the agenda, and again, I apologize, I looked at that wrong, is actually the one that we are recommending, and it was $45,362. I just crossed my wires there. So I wanted to see about us amending that.
Yes. Yes.
So a motion to rescind the prior, I'll make a motion to rescind the prior motion, or...
Prior bid.
Yes.
Approval.
Yeah, rescind the prior approval.
Okay. Okay, have a motion by Commissioner McKeith and a second by Commissioner Domney to rescind the original motion, and all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Okay, motion carries. So now I guess we'll entertain a motion to go with the staff recommended low bid of Bison Construction for $45,362. I have a motion by Commissioner Domney. I have a second. Second by Commissioner McKeithen. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Okay. Brent, you have anything you want to say tonight? Matt?
No, sir.
Charles? Nope. Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So made.
So moved. Second. We have a motion and a second. We are adjourned.